Welcome back to the channel. I'm going to try something new today. Obviously, you can see it's a Sunday, and this is the first time we've released on a Sunday. Um, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some reaction to memes. I'm going to do specifically Star Wars memes today. Let's get into it and get going.
The epic story about how once family drama continuously screws up an entire galaxy. The cloud looks like an AT-AT attacking the rebel base on Hoth. When someone in your class says Star Wars is stupid, welcoming someone home at the airport is just so romantic. Normal height Yoda. Yoda doesn't exist. He can't hurt you. Normal height Yoda. Palpatine has been spotted training in the gym to make his 4th return. 30 awkward child star actors who turned out quite literally. Damn. This is the world's safest bike. It never hits anything. His face. Father, I crave violence. I hope that in 10,000 years, this truck is the only remaining artifact of the human race. I'm not sure who this Ewan McGregor guy is, but I hate him. Handsome mercenary who owns a pet bear, intervenes to stop incest between a brother and a sister, dad and son. God, they even slump the same way. Anakin kills everyone in this room at some point in the saga. I just learned the hard way. This building doesn't have a Darth Vader button on the elevator. The first person to cosplay Darth Vader. 4 pictures of Rey that would make you wish she'd let her hair down as much as Disney has let us down. Here, hold this. Oops, my hand slipped. I feel like such a bad person for laughing so hard at this. Yoda Gaming says, game I must. Left me, my wife has. Luke and Leia, 1977 versus 2015. It took him that long to figure out how to activate the lightsaber? Guys, the Kenobi finale was false. Obi-Wan and Vader's are besties. What do you mean? Reason number 1, why my college is amazing. Did you know some of the scenes from Star Wars movies are actually filmed on Earth? Really? Maybe. Brave disabled war veteran single-handedly takes on a group of armed terrorist thieves. When you're in some deep trouble and use an ability that is literally never seen or explained again. What is the best single frame in all of Star Wars? Evolution from a galaxy far, far away. Disney saw how cool of a Star Wars movie Rogue One was and went, let's never ever make a good Star Wars movie ever again. When the drugs wear off and you realize you're not a space smuggler traveling across the universe with a Wookiee, this image is so Luke Skywalker. I can't explain it. Not to be sexist, but it's really hard to tell that's female armor for me. It's armor on a woman. It doesn't have to look feminine. I like that you can just tell Luke is retaining none of the information Obi-Wan is giving him. I paused at the perfect moment, and I'm going to make this one of my desktop wallpapers. But soft, what light through yonder window breaks? It is east and C-3PO is the sun. When your best friend wins his freedom, but you're still a slave. My dad couldn't find Google Chrome, so I did this. New socially distant cinema looks like the Senate from Star Wars. Looks nothing like him, to BH. What is that noise, Private Beta? Do you have asthma? Do you need your mummy? Oh, that's right, she's dead. If Wookiees have a 400-year lifespan, then Han Solo is basically like Chewbacca's 3rd dog, and would have lived longer if Chewie had gotten him muted. Whoa, Obi-Wan dodging Force lightning. Like he's not the first Jedi in 1,000 years to see it. 350, the moment his nuts caught on fire. So that's the face of a man getting his nuts burnt off by lava. Cool. Star Wars scoreboard, Star Wars scoreboard. C-3PO. What's the most quotable movie ever made? Oh, this is going to be easy. Star Wars fans when Obi-Wan spins his lightsaber moan softly. We don't even know what to say. I love this photo so much because it looks like they're looking for their car in a mall parking lot. Remembering Anakin's first taste for mass murder began at an early age. Woo! Finally, I feel represented in the Star Wars universe. The Last Jedi's best creatures are the judgmental fish nuns. Someone repainted a Hot Wheels Star Destroyer toy and photographed it inside a cardboard tube with cotton wool and LED lights. That is insane. Darth Vader and Emperor Palpatine actors make surprise children's hospital visit. That moment when you realize none of the main characters boarded your dropship. When asked what Han Solo's favorite color is, Harrison Ford says, I wish George Lucas would die. Rest in peace to my grandpa. He loved to grill, but he owed money to Jabba the Hutt. So when Anakin was a Jedi, he looked like this. But turning to the dark side changed his physical appearance, most notably his eyes, which became yellow, a very typical Sith transformation in many species. Wait, you know what we should do, guys? We should check Jar Jar's eye. To be fair, there's no way to prep for walking into a fight with an absolute
That's Jar Jar.
madman who screeches and does a 920 degree from a prone position. Only a Star Wars fan will see it. When Star Wars fans watch Attack of the Clones, when you have a 13-hour flight to Japan, but then find out they have all the prequels on the in-flight movie library. This dude's Ghost Luke cosplay is so cool. Darth Vader, Darth Surprised, Darth Grumpy, Darth Amish. Did anybody else feel absolutely nothing during this scene? Look in the top right corner, top left, raise arm, hands left hand. I'm like, really? Well, he
Yeah.
tried. High ground, casually runs towards high ground. I would pay good money for a Disney Plus series for a day of the life with these stormtroopers. Star Wars fans, after seeing Leia fly through space, when you're about to clock in to the worst shift of your life. In Star Wars, Attack of the Clones, 2002. Owen Lars tells his wife he will paint the ceiling tomorrow. 22 years later, in A New Hope, he still hasn't painted it. Chapter 14, now streaming. Whee! When they remind you about sand. Wait, when your second Skywalker apprentice runs off to do something Star Wars stupid, Episode and you have to act surprise, the craft of the pod with a blowing fan underneath the model stands. The Q-tips would move around like a live crowd. Liar, traitor. They look like they're singing a high-pitched duet. They thought we wouldn't notice, but we did. Teacher, nth, then, as, saw, if, sith, this, sith. I find your lack of faith disturbing. Jupiter in 1879 and 2014. Jupiter in 1879. Who did it better? Queen, Metallica, Palpatine. The Jedi Council hated Anakin because he was the only one of them capable of getting women. Last night I had a dream that I was invited to some sort of Sith party or Empire dinner party, and after I got there I ended up wandering into the kitchen, and Palpatine was straight up cooking a chicken with Force lightning. The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural. The three genders are girl, bestie, and king. Tarnation, what in? Okay, I ruined your life, but did you not have fun? Exactly. Relax. Got any games on your phone? Yeah, I do. I have Dumb Ways to Die and Clash of Clans. The fact that this sounds like it could have actually been in the prequels. Were you and Senator Amidala kissing? What? Of course not. Her lipstick's on your mouth. We just happen to wear the same shade. Leia at 10 deals with pressures of being a princess and senator. Struggles to find sense of belonging and identity. Gets kidnapped and interrogated. Witnesses people die. Helps save people's lives. Luke, at 10, iPad kid. Never bothered watching the movie, but I feel this frame on a spiritual level. Boyfriends trying to explain to their female friend why she doesn't have gaydar. How dare you hide this in the notes? Y'all realize if Rey hadn't been there following Luke around, getting all up in his business, he would have just sucked the milk straight out of the titty, right? That's why he was so grumpy. Don't at me. Why did Luke like this? Hamill, this must be the funniest shot of the Clone Wars. I'm flying. Honey, we have guests. Bring out the fine china. I wish I could drunk drive one of these things off 20 beers. It's gotta be the most random Star Wars picture of all time. Friend, what's your favorite flavor of ice cream? Me, Darth Vader. Mum, studying hard I imagine. Battle of Naboo, but every time anything gets hit, Jar Jar screams, "Oh no!" Only Star Wars fans will see it. Obi-Wan, he was the best Star Wars pilot in the galaxy. Every single one of Anakin's ships. Anakin takes the high ground for the last time. Colorized, 19 BBE. I watched the prequels for the plot. The plot, I think they spelled Anakin wrong. The child eraser. Astronomers identify real-life planet with two suns, like Tatooine from Star Wars. Pack your things, we're leaving. When someone says they want to know the real you, this new Hulk movie looks lit as hell. Either you're frolicking in this field with me, or you're frolicking in this field against me. Why don't we just find baby Thanos and, you know, Anakin Skywalker has joined the chat. How can anyone look at this and say he isn't Anakin Skywalker? Laughing at the fact that Darth Maul, who had no idea who Anakin was, saw a child running in the desert and decided to run him over for no reason at all. Qui-Gon, sir. Wait, I'm tired. Anakin, drop! The way Din is holding him like an iPad is so funny to me. Ewan McGregor, Jake Lloyd, and Liam Neeson pose for one of the cutest promos ever during the filming of The Phantom Menace. Everything that has happened since the dawn of mankind has been leading to this. Solo. Imagine being shown this photo 5 years ago with no explanation. The subtitles just make this funnier. Jr. to Luke Skywalker.
Are you a Jedi?
This is by far the funniest thing to ever come out of the Kenobi show. The entire thing was worth it just for this. Owen is the biggest moron in the galaxy. Bro bought the same droid twice. Rare photo of the lighting of Alderaan. Christmas tree. Meet the Jedi Annie 1 and Obi Kin. I'm going to break my monitor.
Oh, that's
Anakin 23. There is no point in trying unless my dog likes you. I've heard all the Star Wars jokes. Just stop. So you broke the Jedi code. You formed an attachment and got a girl pregnant. Theory. Padme didn't die of sadness because Anakin broke her heart. She died of sadness when she realized she was present, yet missed the most epic lightsaber battle the galaxy would ever know because she was unconscious. Liam Neeson is still proud of The Phantom Menace. I know a lot of fans and critics don't like it. I'm very proud of the film. I got to be a Jedi. I got to play with those wonderful lightsabers. It was terrific. The movie sucks. How did you not even read the script before taking the role? Who cares? I got to be a Jedi. Star Wars peaks whenever there's an unhinged Vader scene. When your home planet exploded a few hours ago, but a man you just met is feeling sad about his martial arts mentor. Alright, this is one of the best ones so far. Were you close? Until yesterday, I was calling him by the wrong name. It was an insurance scam. I mean, come on. The guy who blew it up was the dude's son. Like, I know they say that is strange, but they were clearly in on it together for the insurance money. There were delays during construction, and Vader knew it had design flaws. It was never going to make back its investment, so they staged a rebel raid, and Vader was the only one to survive. It's so obvious. Anakin Skywalker would have been happier as a male half-life. You can't change my mind. The first guy to see through the lies of the Jedi must have been like, New Star Tours update has an actor dressed as Darth Vader board your ship and choke you to death. So Sarah said she would moan out loud and get kicked out. IMAG off the day. And contrary to popular belief, Ben Solo from Star Wars sequel trilogy wasn't named after Ben Kenobi, but successful and famous pod racer champion Ben Quadrinarov. Man, who the hell blood in a car with? Well, Palpatine just tossed me this lightsaber and asked me to, just do it. This makes my wife so mad when she runs to Vader instead of a Disney princess. Proud dad here. Vader, are you done yet? I've got a moon to destroy. Luke, another 25%, father. Apple sabers. Sheesh. Thomas the TIE fighter. That was a voice crack. Saturn's Death Star looking moon may have vast underground ocean. Well, that just isn't concerning at all. We probably live in a universe like Star Wars. We're just not on the correct side. And in that moment he knew she is definitely Anakin's kid.
Coco, so you can...
A little on the dark side. As much as they wanted to, Obi-Wan and Ahsoka couldn't reach him. Only through Luke was Anakin finally freed. In my headcanon, these events are happening at the same time. A wild day in the galactic universe. Thank God for Hayden Christensen. It actually wasn't George's idea to have Anakin kill the younglings. I just showed up on set one day and started to whack this little Turns out, George was filming the whole time. Shut up, Kylo. I know you wrote this. Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren is the First Order's greatest warrior. He is very powerful and very evil. Kylo uses a weapon known as a lightsaber. He also uses the Force. This is a strange energy that gives him special powers. Canon Luke meeting Legends Luke. No, you can't have a family. Attachments are forbidden. You're pathetic. Want to see my art collection? Yes. Behind the scenes, the chair was a great device. It could move, but not at the tempo they needed for the camera. They tried to slow it down, but it didn't have different speeds. I'm doing small feet movements underneath my cloak in order to time it perfectly to hit the mark. The Emperor himself lent a hand to Return of the Jedi's production. This is the most delightful thing I have read all day. Welcome, young Skywalker. Scooch, scooch, scooch. Marvel fans, they will fix Avengers game soon. It is still trash, Star Wars fans. Lego Star Wars is perfection. Right, he deflects your blaster, he ends your party faster, but most importantly, he does not grant you the rank of Master. What did you think of this video? Deleted scene of Anakin killing younglings. Please tell us why. They gave it 5 stars. It's inspiring apparently. Somebody check on this guy. Reality versus LinkedIn Anakin Skywalker. Assistant to the Emperor, Darth Vader, Lord. CEO Death Star 1, 2, Chief. When you realize that there isn't an option to have Obi-Wan as your Disney Plus profile picture. Impossible. Perhaps the archives are incomplete. Jedi in 32 BBY. It's okay to disobey the Jedi Council. No, you can't just disobey the Council. Jedi in 19 BBY. Let's disobey the Council. Yes. Bill Burr as Mayfield had a better ex-Stormtrooper arc in 15 minutes than Finn God in 3 entire Star Wars movies. George Lucas. Sith eyes are yellow. Also George. When you gotta teach algebra at 3 and fight Vader at 4, I have never recovered from the time I read a comment online where someone said Benedict Cumberbatch looks like the pod race commentators from Star Wars, The Phantom Menace. It does. I hate this picture. You can't even see my Darth Vader light up sneakers. Only a Star Wars fan will see it. Obi-Wan totally knew what was going on behind him and just decided that it was a problem for another day. Gonna need to make some adjustments, but here's my first attempt at making the Flandalorian. Thinking about the funniest line from the Clone Wars. That sounds like terrorism, Anakin. A watch, especially a finely crafted one, often signifies status and achievement. The Emperor Strikes Back, 4.5 stars. This movie is great, but I was really shocked by how ugly Yoda was. Sorry if that annoys anybody, but I only had seen Baby Yoda, and adult Yoda is busted. The most unrealistic thing in The Mandalorian, how quick Mando gets a babysitter. Anakin at 22 versus Luke at 22. Married future father, general in Army of Republic, on the Jedi Council, the strongest Jedi. Kissed his own sister. Archaeologists have discovered this ancient painting of young Jesus fighting against the devil for the first time. When Star Wars fans watch Attack of the Clones, you know you're getting old when your belt has crept up above your belly button. Luke Skywalker waka waka. You both like Star Wars. Hey, hello there. How's it going? Protocol droids. We're fluent in 6 million forms of communication. Why don't they respect us? Our duty is to serve our masters. Gonk droids. Gonk gonk. When you see your custom character in a cutscene. Fun fact, Darth Maul and Jabba the Hutt met in the Clone Wars and Rebels. Lazy way to win at Christmas decorating. When the Emperor finds out Obi-Wan is still alive after Order 66, everyone is doing a great job, except Cody. Can we all just give a round of applause to Admiral Trench for being a competent minor villain? India loses $3 billion submarine because someone forgot to close the hatch. Did you leave the hatch open? No, did you? Me, watching the dude at Subway make my sandwich. Just a reminder that this woman survived 3 assassination/execution attempts, orchestrated by Sith Lords, mind you, in the span of a week. See stuff I cannot. Hamill himself just saw this. Come.
That's gonna do us for the first react of the channel. Just keep commenting what you want to see. I will link in the description the person that did the video in general, and remember that soon we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi. See you later.